Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's InsideAgameR. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 news. I haven't done a video like this in a little while, but today I want to talk about something that does excite me, the new Fenix simulation Airbus A320. Now before we get into today's video, I'd like to just say if any of you would like to come join our virtual airlines here at Simply Connect, you are more than welcome. simplyconnectva.com, link in the description down below. We have a Tokyo Olympics event coming up next week when the Olympics go live, so if any of you want to come check us out, please do come join the Discord. Other than that, guys, let's get straight into today's video. Okay, so in today's video, like I said, we are talking about the Fenix simulation A320. Now, what we're going to talk about today is nothing is in planned development. Every feature is showcased or written, and what we're about to talk about is in sim and complete. Now, the A320 is well to be believed the most comprehensive and complete A320 simulator available to desktop consumers, not just for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but across any platform. We will have all the usual suspects you'd find in a full fidelity system, 100% custom ground up code, a bespoke and complete auto flight suite, ARINC 424 rendering, a full physical simulation of fluids and pneumatics. The air mass simulation is a lot of fun, can't wait for the update post specifically covering the pneumatic systems, and a complete custom navigation environment that ensures reliable operation for the auto flight systems. Also, their MCDU also has everything you know and love from the A320, representations in the past and so much more. The lateral offsets, ETPS, RTAs, and step climb features as yet unavailable in even the most complex X-Plane or ESB based Airbus add-ons to date. Now, we're very lucky that they've shared a lot of screenshots, so I will be posting them on the video now as we talk about them. Okay, so their core focus was not to only ensure that our system's logic and behavior was true to the real aircraft, but you feel like you're operating the incredible complex machine, quirks and alls. As part of the objective, we've enriched the MCDU with features that have not existed in scope for any developer before today. For example, the A320 uses a GPS-aided inertia navigation system, GPS being satellite-based. When coverage is low or non-existent, degraded navigational accuracy is to be expected. This has never been represented in consumer simulator due to the immense amount of work required for such a small part of the aircraft. However, we have introduced and implemented the NORAD algorithms for determining satellite location, velocity in Earth orbit, or by downloading GPS semaphores data on startup. So if you fly in an area with degraded coverage in real life, our aeroplane knows this and will degrade your navigational performance accordingly in sim. Your RMP and AMP are now relevant and important to keep an eye on, especially when shooting those RNAV approaches. The airplane is therefore not simply the same aircraft you flew to A to B in your simulator. Instead, it's consistently changing environment based on real world influences, much like the real thing. And as we can see here from a lot of our screenshots, this plane is looking fantastic. They've modeled the whole cockpit themselves. Now, the navigation environment for this aircraft ensure that you can trust the airplane is reliable and consistently does what you need it to do. The Fenix Sim A320 is rather different to any other add-ons. We synthesize with our own navigational signals from all radios, hello, cone of silence, the 424 data and NAVAD data from Navigraph. Those come together with the WMM World Magnetic Model, which incides a modern FMS to ensure that the last bit of fidelity, allowing us to calculate magnetic variation based on lat, long, alt, date, time, so your magnetic variation will technically be different each day. All the essential means that we can completely independent from the internal Microsoft Flight Simulator navigation. This also represents one of the most complex navigation environments in any add-on aircraft, let alone simply for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Also, they have created an entire air mass simulation with pressure and temperature modeled. The air masses exchange heat between each other and they move through the exchanges. Pressure goes up and down through the turbine or compressor, and temperature is modeled to the highest degree and includes friction, heating and air mass moves through the airplane. Every single mix valve, recirculation valve, compressor, decompressor, pre-cooler and cooler is modeled, and we've taken into account everything from heat output to passengers down to the metal in the seats, giving off residual heat as the air as you attempt to cool the cabin. Additionally, we simulated the cargo heat option, and keeping with our standards, we've had to find the composition of luggage and mix the specific heat values and fabric, leather and metal buckles that comes up with the algorithm to ensure a full laden belly will retain heat better than a half full or empty cargo compartments. Also, they have modeled in failures as well. They have mentioned 170 failures so far. In reality, there are actually 383 different triggerable faults, issues and emergencies. Please be aware that the number might appear huge, but certain failures are duplicated as they appear on both right and left side of the airplane. So you indeed have roughly 170 unique things to break on the Fenix Sim A320. This doesn't include circuit breakers, as some people have said. There is a failure list available on their website. I'll put a link to their website in the description down below, as well as their Discord guide, so you can keep up to date with this aircraft. They have also wrote, you have been wondering what the value of the simulation obscure systems and failures. For us, it ties in with the ethos of the Airbus. It is a deeply complex airplane with dozens of computers, hundreds of mechanical components, leaving you with a great sense of being, plenty of occurring behind the scenes to keep going of what you ask of it. This is a feeling we can easily provide without there being a great deal going on in the simulator too, so we went for it because it adds an immense amount of gravitas to every one of your actions. For some, this may not matter, but for others, this attention to detail is essential and is a testament to the love and attention lavished on his project. Covering their auto flights, the LNAV and VNAV are fully faithfully representative and the airplane behaves exactly as you expect. In the coming days, he will be releasing a video of auto land on the Discord, so do join his Discord, guys, and you'll be able to get a look at that. And you can see first look at the automatics in action. There are even newer flight models such as FLS, FMS landing system, wherein the FMGS places a point near the selected runway and uses this to calculate and render the virtual glide slope, and localize using the aircraft's internal navigation database to avoid a non-precision procedures. Now, as we're seeing by the gorgeous visuals that we're seeing here in the screenshots, this is still a work in progress, but they have built this from the ground up. This is their own custom model, outside and inside. And finally, we're going to get onto the visuals. They have built the cockpit and the model of the aircraft from the ground up. They have done it all themselves, and they based it off 3D scans of 5 different A320 family airframes. There is a lot of detail within the cabin and outside itself, from oil streaks, grime, dirt, etc., and more will be coming with that in the next couple of weeks. But as you can see from the screenshots below, they've done a great job of making the wear and tear. It takes its toll on aircrafts, and a consistently running cycle switches gradually loosen and sit at different angles. One of my favourite features of the flight deck is the LCD simulations we created for this airplane. Apart from just matching the resolution to the real A320, if you get up close and personal with one of the screens on the Fenix A320, you'll start seeing individual pixels instead of a single blurry texture. To top it off, we've absolutely had to simulate the horrible off-axis backlight bleed you get when not viewing the panels head on, so these displays behave like the real deal. So there we have it, guys. There is a little bit about the new Fenix A320. Of course, this will be a payware aircraft. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, we already have an A320 fly-by-wire, which is also fantastic. There is a lot of differences. The A320 itself does not have the Neo engine, so statistically it does not run the same as the A320 Neo. So it'd be great to have. Can't wait to get our hands on it. Hopefully, you know, looking by the pictures, and like he has said in all his posts, these are things that are already made in game and working. So hopefully we're going to see this very, very soon. Let me know in those comments down below as well. Are you guys going to be picking this aircraft up? What do you guys think? What do you guys, how do you feel about the whole thing? How much do you think it's going to cost? Let me know in those comments down below. If you haven't done so already, do subscribe down to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications. I upload nearly every single day. Other than that, for myself, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.